you concerned about his ability to serve 4 more years?
I think he could do it. I think he's a good president.
I did watch the debate, and it was very sad, and I think Jill Biden needs to stand up and say, no more Joe.
Well, Maryland residents voicing their concerns over the 2024 presidential candidates. Growing concerns about the candidates after last Thursday's debate between President Biden and former President Donald Trump. Today, Marylanders and political leaders are getting out to celebrate the 4th all across the state, and we're asking them what they think about the president's campaign. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost is hitting those parade routes today, and she joins us live from Catonsville. Mackenzie, what are you hearing today?
Well, Maxine, I can tell you that this parade here in Catonsville just wrapped up not too long ago, and earlier today everyone was really loving the celebration, but when it comes to talking about the presidential election, not quite the same enthusiasm. The sound of a parade is hard to miss.
Oh my gosh!
Especially this one.
It's a Dundalk thing.
In Dundalk.
It's a Dundalk thing.
People from all walks of life.
So I don't need shoes.
Aren't your feet going to burn?
No, it's not that hot.
Even different time periods.
Oh, oh.
Show up for the 4th of July parade. In between high school bands, even the Ravens band, politicians weave their way through the route. The 4th of July generally uniting Americans in their shared love of the country, celebrating the experiment of democracy.
You can't even pick that stuff up.
Oh, I don't even want any. No. I've had enough candy already, I'll tell you what.
But this year, partisanship is pushing people away.
The division is absolutely awful.
Especially with the backdrop of a divisive presidential election.
I could be political and say who I'd be voting for.
Democrats facing the uncertain future. President Joe Biden's debate performance sparking skepticism about his ability to continue with the campaign.
The debate performance was concerning.
Congressman Kwesi Mfume says he sympathizes with the president, but does believe it's up to Joe Biden to calm the groundswell of concerns.
Things look good. More than anything else, it's going to be up to the president to convince people that what they saw was a blip.
Do you think it was a blip?
Those kind of moments, I think, are going to come from time to time. The key is to make sure that they're moments and not hours.
Governor Wes Moore, one of several governors flocking to the White House Wednesday for a meeting with the president and vice president, standing with other governors, defending the president. Thursday,
the president was very clear that he is in this race, and he is in this race to make sure that he can win in November.
Should the American public be concerned that the leader of the country is facing some of these serious concerns surrounding his age?
The people of this country need to hear more. Absolutely, because the truth is that right now we're behind. Right now, the president is not winning in this election.
Does America deserve more than what they're getting from the president right now?
I think if you look at the results that the Biden-Harris administration have gotten, we're proud of the results that have been able to be delivered so far, just in our time with our administration, and I'm incredibly encouraged about what we can do.
President Biden's debate performance not going unnoticed by Democrat U.S. Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks.
Like so many others, I looked, it wasn't a great debate, but I think what we do know is that he's had a great presidency.
But like other Democrats seemingly lining up behind Biden, Alsobrooks says she's staying focused on her race and supporting Democrats up and down the ballot. Are you concerned that the concerns about his ability to run the country will impact your race and other Democrats down the ballot?
Well, I think people understand that my race is one of the most important in the country, and what it's about is the 51st vote.
To maintain control of the Senate, Democrats need to work to ensure former Republican Governor Larry Hogan doesn't win the Maryland Senate race. And for Hogan,
obviously, President Biden had a terrible performance in the debate, but it goes beyond that.
He's looking to stay out of the disarray within the Democratic Party. For voters, some have their minds made up already. So what do you think about President Biden right now?
I try not to.
Some Democrats recognize there are issues with Biden, but for now are standing with the president. Are you concerned about his ability to serve 4 more years?
I think he could do it. I think he's a good president.
On this day, the 4th of July, people are still coming together to celebrate America's independence. even as potential political challenges lie ahead down the road. Now, there is some new reporting from CNN indicating that the president told the group of governors yesterday during that meeting that he would work to curtail events after 8 p.m. and try and get more sleep. I asked Governor Wes Moore about that today, and if that was true, he told me he would not be discussing any details from what he calls a private discussion. Either way, the governor says he anticipates the American public will see and hear more from President Biden between now and November. We're live in Catonsville. Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.